So people will ask me, how am I qualified, or what qualifies me to be that coach for Christ that you always talk about? Whether it be in an athletic setting, like I always say with those coaches and their high school or college or middle school teams, whatever it might be, or whether it be with your golfing buddies or your tennis crew or whatever it might be. What is it that makes me a coach for Christ? For those high school coaches or for those athletic coaches, that's incredibly easy to see. You're already coaching. You have the impact and the influence on those kids. You have what Billy Graham says is the one who impacts more people in 1 year than so many others do in a lifetime. So you're already doing that. You're already impactful. You're already influential. The other part of that is you're walking the walk of being a Christian. So you've got being a Christian here, you've got being a coach here. It's just about putting them together. And for a lot of people, it's not that difficult. It's you've already got your lifestyles. Why aren't they together? And so that's where a lot of people get caught up with some of these coaches that say they are and they act a different way when they're coaching. Coaches for Christ marry the two things together. And that's how it qualifies you to be that coach for Christ. So again, as I said with those coaches with the athletic teams, unbelievably easy for me to explain that. How do you do it outside of that? How would I do it with my golfing buddies or whatever it might be? It's, you shank a shot with, you splice something, in golf, and you're not cussing out the ball. You're living as Christ would. And you don't always have to give a testimonial. You don't always have to be thinking, what would Jesus do? But it's just a matter of, if you're walking the walk and being a Christian, if you're being a Christ-like competitor within these friendly games of golf or tennis or whatever it might be, if you're showing Christ in that, and then you can have influence over your peers. They don't have to be half your age to have that influence. They can be older than you to have that influence. So if you kind of, again, bring those two together, that's how you can become a coach for Christ on the golf course with your friends, at home with your family, around a table crocheting or sewing or scrapbooking, whatever it might be. So again, that coach for Christ certainly does apply to those coach of athletic teams, but again, it applies to your home life and your everyday life as well. If you are around people, you can easily be labeled a coach, and certainly a coach for Christ.